Welcome to another session on food and its components. Today in this session we are going to talk about deficiency diseases. So what is a deficiency disease? This is basically a health condition which arises due to lack of a specific nutrient. So we have already learned that there are certain food nutrients which are absolutely essential for us, like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals, right? So when our body lack any of these specific nutrients, which includes your carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, minerals in the diet, a person might suffer from a deficiency disease. Deficiency would be specific to the type of the absence of a specific kind of a nutrient from the body. If we talk about deficiency disease, they overall impact the health of a person. So they overall decrease the development of a person, right? And they might also affect specific organ, right? Or they might also affect a specific kind of a process in your body, right? Overall health and well-being of a person is uh, affected by a deficiency disease. So what kind of symptoms you would get? Depending on the type of disease, you would face the type of symptoms depending on the kind of deficiency, such as you would get weakness, fatigue, impaired growth, and immune function would be compromised, and there would also be neurological abnormalities. So depending on the disease, you might suffer from different set of uh, symptoms for the deficiency diseases. When we talk about deficiency diseases, the first of its kind is protein energy malnutrition. This is also known as PEM. So is it like the name suggests, protein energy malnutrition means here the person or the group of people, they are deficit of protein and energy, or maybe their body is deficit of protein. So the first of its type is Kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor is basically a severe protein deficiency. In this, people do not take appropriate amount of protein as required by their body, due to which their growth remains stunted, right? So maybe if a person has to take 120 grams or of protein every day, he or she is unable to take those 120 grams due to many reasons. Sometimes poverty is the reason, sometimes poor absorption of body is one of the reasons. So maybe he or she is just consuming 30 grams, right? So in that case, the person suffers from severe protein deficiency over a multiple number of years. This leads to stunted growth, or you can also say it as abnormal growth. Another kind of a protein energy malnutrition is marasmus. Marasmus is basically the deficiency of both protein and carbohydrate. So here the amount of protein and carbohydrate from your body is missing, or it is really less, which results in muscle loss and weakened immune system. Since protein, because we remember that protein is what is going to defend us from diseases, and carbohydrate is responsible for giving us energy. So here the person suffers from both muscle loss and weakened immune system. Carbohydrate deficiency, when there's a deficiency of carbohydrate, these are the temporary kind of deficiency. The people usually lack in energy and stamina, because carbohydrate is an energy giving food. Let's move to the deficiencies of vitamins and minerals. Like while discussing, we specifically mentioned that vitamins are required in our body in small amount, right? So these are micronutrients of our body, right? And these micronutrients, but the absence of these micronutrients from our body cause various deficiencies, right? Like vitamin A. So when I talk about vitamin A, it is associated with people having night blindness. Night blindness means such people are not able to see under low light, or basically under darkness. So they lose their vision at night, or they lose their ability to see things in a low light, right? Such people also suffer from dryness of the eye, thickening and clouding of the cornea. So their eyes also becomes dry, right? That is also a deficiency of vitamin A. Then we see that when a person has deficiency of vitamin A, there is increased susceptibility to infection. So person has increased risk of infections when she suffers from a deficiency of vitamin A. The next vitamin is vitamin D. So when we talk about vitamin D, here the people suffer from rickets. So what is rickets? Rickets is basically a condition in which the softening and weakening of bones happens. So here the bones softens, due to which there are several deformities in growth of the child, right? And also osteomalacia is basically bone pain and muscle weakness. This may occur over an age of time. Rickets can be at a very small age, so at an infancy stage to a stage of growing or developing child. Now what you see as an image here is how, because we talked about that rickets is a vitamin D deficiency. So because of absence of vitamin D, you can see the normal bones which you see here, the bones of our legs, how they are aligned. Here the bones have got deformed to a U-shaped or a bent shaped. Right here it was straight, right? And here they have deformed to a U-shape or bent shape. Another kind of vitamin is vitamin C. Deficiency of vitamin C leads to scurvy. So what is scurvy? Scurvy is basically bleeding gums, right? So when your blood gums bleed, obviously gums can bleed